On today's episode, we have a comedian, an MC, and one of the first people I met here in Phoenix. I'm very grateful for his time as we talked about comedy, baseball, and everything in between. It's Drake Harris.
No brains, no headache, living fast on a mistake. No brains, no headache, ride the chaos till we break.
All right, we got Drake in the house, in the studio, finally.
Drake in
for
the
a
studio.
podcast.
Let's go.
Dude, I appreciate you so much. for
Absolutely,
coming
man.
by.
I'm really pumped to be here. I'm very excited.
Yeah, we had a few rescheduling mishaps.
There was.
And I super appreciate your patience.
Yeah,
And I think it
absolutely.
was the best that we didn't record the other day because I was livid.
Uh-huh.
So I was definitely going to bring that energy in
Yeah.
the studio.
Yeah.
And that's never good. It's actually my alter ego called Nadroj. It's just Jordan spelled backwards.
Oh shit. Okay.
So if you
That's
know
just
me
a-
well and I'm pissed off, you're like, oh, there's Nadroj.
There's Nadraj.
Yeah.
That's just you, the devil inside of you coming out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have multiple personality disorders.
There you
so-
go.
So I have Cowboy Gordon as well. I haven't quite whipped him out down.
Oh
in
my God.
Arizona
You have
yet.
like, it's like a Jeff Dunham. You got like the puppets in you.
Yeah, I have like a suit coat from a wedding, one of those classic weddings where you have to buy the goddamn suit.
Oh geez.
So I still have the suit coat, the blazer, and I'm like, I need to find a use for this. So I had my like Wrangler blues on, my cowboy boots, I have the hat, some pearl button shirts, the bolo tie,
No.
and then you put on the wedding blazer.
Is that what you wore to the wedding?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I wore the actual
I was-
suit. but
okay.
when I put together the outfit for the first time for Cowboy Gordon, as we call him.
That's amazing. And that's just like, you just kind of feel it and you go out on the town as Cowboy Gordon.
Dude,
sometimes?
it's a whole vibe. He's a whole personality. like-
That's awesome.
and I like dressing up as him because then I don't have to take responsibility for
Exactly.
anything. It's like, dude, that was Cowboy Gordon.
Yeah, that wasn't even me, man.
Like, I had nothing going on.
Does he have an accent or anything? Or is there just
The more drinks he gets in him, he starts saying y'all a lot more for sure. And then, yeah, there's like a southern twang to it. So yeah, Cowboy Gordon he's a legend. But you're
it's
just
so
with
funny how
Jordan
you
today.
talk about him like that and you say he.
Yeah.
He's kind of wild, man.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture after the show. But hey, we're down here in Arizona. You're the first guest on this
Very honored.
interview series. So technically a part of No Brains, No Headaches. So welcome to the NBNH fam, dude.
Thank you so much, man. I've heard about it. You told me about it, but like, what is like, how'd you get it started?
So No Brains, No Headache itself, it started actually when I moved back from Phoenix in 2020 during the pandemic. My co-host and best friend and fellow comedian, Matt Cleary, you'll have to meet him someday when he comes down. But we were bored. I was jobless. And I was like, dude, let's start a podcast.
Every great idea.
And yeah, we sat around and like we had a little meet, like we're like called an actual meeting because we're like, okay, let's take this seriously. Because we used to have a podcast called Blurred Vision Sports Talk. You could probably guess the premise there, where we just got really drunk and talked about
That's awesome.
sports. And then so we started another. NBNH started as a sports podcast technically when there were no sports because it was the pandemic. Everything was called off. So like we're just classic morons. Like
Genius.
this.
Yeah. What an idea.
It just fit the mold from the beginning that we did the most ridiculous thing. But yeah, it started in May of 2020. So it'll be 6 years in May. We have 281 episodes. And when I moved to Arizona from North Dakota, I was like, I want to do an interview series because I thought it'd be a good way to like meet people and then just get some different perspectives. I wanted to do it in person. So you see the studio here today. That's what we're rocking with.
I know, man. This looks awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, nice and my kind of vibe is it's all thrifted.
Yeah.
That you find your gems, man. I mean, this guy right here, come on, dude. This is a $60 piece.
Yeah.
How much you pay for it?
They were like heavy smokers because there was like a black soot that I had to.
That's all right. Hey,
Wash
it
off.
builds character.
Yeah, I can't remember how much I got it for, but it's
Did you repaint it?
I didn't. I just covered up all the blemishes with decorations.
Okay, there you go. Just sat it on top.
Yeah, it's pretty bad actually. It's terrible, but yeah, you're the inaugural guest, so
Let's
I
go.
really appreciate you coming on, taking the time to come over today and sit in the studio with me. We got our refreshments. We got thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment in front of us. This like
This kid's balling, man.
like my self-worth is like all in front of us. It's all plugged in right now. Like,
This is what you have to your name.
yes. Yes. So I'm glad I don't have any children because there wouldn't be a whole lot
There you
left
go.
for them.
No. No Christmas gifts.
They can have the minute rice in my pantry
Right.
that I used once, and then
There you
have
go. I mean, that's all you need. You don't need
Yeah.
to spare these kids, man. We need to get back to where kids were real kids, you know, not this little like boo kind of just everybody gets what they want, man. They just need to grind it out and fucking go scrape their knee,
Yeah.
pick their nose and eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go outside and play for a whole day.
That's what I
you
mean.
know?
You know, go get in trouble, man.
Yeah.
Get dropped off home, you know, by the cops. I'd be a proud dad, to be honest with you. Like if my son actually, and this kind of sounds a little weird, but if my son did get dropped off, you know, and under the age of like probably 14 and there were no drugs or drinking involved, I'd be like, my kid's a badass. You
Oh,
know, he's
yeah.
not like one of those little kind of little baby kids that just, you know, I don't know, just like little runts running around. Maybe I don't want kids, man. I don't know.
Well, that's a big caveat, the no drugs or alcohol.
Uh,
So I was gonna say, if that's your standard, then my dad would be proud of me 6 times.
there you go. Yeah, that would be awesome. Man. You're killing it, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually just crushing it in the getting arrested game.
I actually don't know how I'd feel about that. If my kid came home and he was 12 and he got dropped off by the cops and like he had a pound of weed on him and he was out there like selling, I think that I would be kind of like impressed, actually. I'd be, you know, mad, but I'd be impressed in a way.
I think you'd have to break it down in like the positives and the negatives, or it's like, okay, positive. I appreciate your hustle,
Yeah,
trying to make
Yeah.
friends. Like you're providing the community with a service.
exactly, man. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah. However,
Yeah, this is
it's highly illegal. But if he gets arrested for selling a pound of weed at the age of 14, that's going to be off his record in
Yeah.
a few years. So, like, if you're going to get arrested, do it before like 17.
right.
So
Could
they
you
can't try
imagine?
you as an adult?
Dude, he had like this 12-year-old. He comes back home and then you like give him the whole talk. He's like, you know, you can't be selling drugs on the side of the street corner. And then you go to like a Circle K or whatever, and he's got street cred. And like some dude in a do-rag walks up. He's like, "Oh, little Jim, what's going on?"
Yeah.
man?" And he's
Jimmy,
like,
my boy.
yeah, Jimmy, come on, man. You got that steak on you? Is this a new client? Like, no, this is my dad,
That's
man.
my
I'm
dad, dude. Let's
not
keep it
selling any
down.
more weed right now. Yeah, he's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man.
I don't know. I feel like weed these days, is it really even like a drug anymore?
No, I'm on the firm belief that is not. I think it helps, and there are so many like, not that I can name the science that's proving this, but word of mouth and on, you know, YouTube, they say that it's better for you than drinking, and that's all you really need. I need one AI clip of Theo Von saying that it's okay or it's all right, and I would do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all it takes. I actually just went to the dispensary for the first time in Arizona the other day.
You don't smoke?
Oh, no, I do.
Oh, okay. You just like getting it the old-fashioned way?
When I got here, people were just supplying, like they were just like, oh, I don't want this anymore. And so I was just, you know, I'm a thrifter.
There you
So
go.
I was also thrifting my weed.
You were
when I got
thrifting
to
weed.
town.
Wow, that's innovative.
Yeah, I lasted. I mean, I got here like coming up on 4 months ago. So
Yeah.
I lasted that long without
There you
having,
go.
and now I got enough where I feel as if I'm not going to be back for a while.
Yeah.
Like
How much did you get?
I just got like 2 pens, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
A couple Benjamins.
There you go.
Yeah.
Couple Penny Hardaways.
Yeah, shake hands with Benjamin
There
Franklin.
you go. Yeah, that's it. Dude, I had the same kind of thing when I moved down here 2 years ago. A girl that I was working with, I was one of my like first friends that I met out here. She was like super hard into drugs. She's sober now, very clean, but she still had all her connections. And I was still too like, I like how you do it. Like I kind of almost still wanted to thrift my weed. Like I was like, these stores are still too expensive. She was like, my guy will give you a pound for $100.
Yeah, it's
I'm
this
like,
guy's kid. He's 14.
that's what I mean. Yeah, this is my son. But so we set up this whole thing. We go and we meet. It's literally in a trash bag, man. I swear to God, it is the most weed I had ever seen. I couldn't even imagine like what a pound of weed is. And it's really not all that much, but it's way more than I was really hoping for. And so now I'm driving in my car home with a pound of weed, a pound of shit weed too. $100 for a pound is stupid.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I rear end someone on the way home. And like, it was literally, I was in the school zone. I was freaking out. I was just panicking because I had a pound of weed in the car. And I rear end this mom with 2 kids in the back seat. She's like screaming at me, tells me to pull over. I pull over on the side of the road. She was like, you know what? I'm just not even dealing with this today. I'm calling the cops. And I just shit my pants. And I was like, literally begging her. And I was like shaking, almost crying. And I was like, no, please, we can work this out. Like, I'll just pay you in cash. We don't have to get anybody involved. And I was sitting back there and I'm like trying to talk to her and like stuffing the pound of weed like under my car as if no
That
one's
would
gonna
make a
find
difference.
it. And thank God, I don't know how, like she just like came to it and she was like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Let me take your number. I'm taking a picture of your license plate and everything, and we'll just go about our ways. And I'm like, I just escaped a felony, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like that was full blown, just horrifying.
Just take the information and we'll like deal with it after the fact.
Exactly. But she immediately, she gets out of the car and she was like, that was fucking ridiculous. I saw you screaming, because I was actually so mad because my brother was telling me to run errands. And I'm like, he's like telling me to pick up stuff from the grocery store, like milk or something for his fucking cereal that morning. I'm like, dude, I got a pound of weed in the car. I'll go get your cereal, but I'm getting this out of my car.
Yeah.
And so I was just losing it. And then I slid into someone, and I have never been more scared in my life.
Dude, do you ever drive on the, what do they call it down here? The freeway?
Sure.
Is that the term?
I don't know. I think that a freeway and a highway is the same thing, no?
Back home, it's interstate or highway, and those can be interchangeable.
I have no idea then. I thought all three of those words were synonyms.
And it could be, let's go with freeway just because
Okay.
it's like 8 lanes.
All right.
Do you ever drive on it and you don't have any weed on you or you're not smoking or anything, and you'll like get a whiff of, do you ever? Does that
Oh,
ever
100%.
happen?
Yes. Makes my day.
I mean, it's interesting that
Yeah.
you're in your car going like 80 miles per hour.
Right.
And still just like
Just the clouds.
scent of marijuana.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just like potent.
Fires me up, man. I'll get in a daze. You start thinking and then immediately click like Wiz Khalifa or something. Be like, let me get in the mood, man. Let me just act like I'm high. You know, my car smells like it, so I'm going to.
Yeah, that'll happen to me on occasion. I'm rather stupid. So,
There you go.
Yeah, I don't even have to have drugs, any psychoactive.
I'm telling you, man, that is me too, dude. I've been doing dry January, but I've been smoking.
Good for you.
Thank you. And it's almost like a positive thing, especially in my relationship, man, because I am proving to us that I'm just as dumb, drunk or sober. Like there is not really a whole big difference. Like I'll zone out and I'll be completely sober in a conversation, and she'll get mad at me, and I'm like, well, I did. That's just ADHD. I can blame that on just like I just zoned out instead of like, oh, you're fucked up.
This is medically diagnosed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Take a break. Okay. Cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Right? I can't control this.
Well, what are we recording on? What is it? January 15th. So you're halfway there.
Kind of. I started on the 5th.
Oh,
It was. I did do a little buffer. And well, me and my buddies were doing dry January, and my lady too. And then January 1st rolls around. We got very, very messed up on New Year's Eve. And then New Year's Day rolls around, and my brother and his girl were in town. And so they take us, or like we go to brunch, and they meet us there. And before we get there, there's 2 mimosa towers just sitting there.
Yeah.
And I was like, man,
that's called
I can't even make an
entrapment.
hour. Yeah, I know. That's criminal.
Yeah.
Because I told him that I was doing this. It's actually his fault. It's fucked up. But then, so, you know, one thing leads to another, and we end up drinking the entire day. And then I wake up and it's January 5th. And I'm like, okay, well, let's start now.
5 days just went by. And you're
Yeah, I
like,
swear.
"Oh, what happened?"
It was crazy, man. It literally, me and my girl, we woke up on the 5th at like 4 p.m. And I'm like, this is why we've had this conversation of doing dry January, because weeks will go by and we're like, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I thought I was going to do dry. Like I said, I was going to. And then same thing on January 1st. I went out to lunch and there's football on. So I'm like, I'm just going to have a couple beers.
There you go.
I'm proud to announce I haven't had more than 3 drinks in one sitting.
There you go.
So that's like my
That's
type of
100%
dry.
an accomplishment.
That's my type of dry. So
Yeah. That's
that's about as dry as it's gonna
right.
get.
That's fair enough, man. At least you have, like a boundary
Yeah.
where you kind of set it up like you won't do more than 3. That's my thing. Like that first one, especially like after this, I'm like, even, I get a little, butterflies thinking about that first beer in like 2 weeks, which is probably not a good thing.
It's
But
awesome.
I'll have that first nice cold chug, and then I'll feel, the wheels turning. And it's like, oh, why do I feel so damn cozy right now? Like you're saying, I got a little football on. I'm watching my baseball trades going on, seeing who's free agent, where you going, fired up. I got a bar stool seat that's hurting my ass and my back, but I just feel comfy,
Yeah.
and And then next thing you know, then I'm 8 deep, and I got to call my girl to come pick me up. But at least she knows now that I'm dumb, sober, or not. So
Yeah, I'm
That's
glad
a
you
plus.
set that precedent. Just so
Yeah.
that, like that's called healthy communication
exactly.
in a relationship.
Everybody should do that. Even if you're not ADHD, you should set it up, do a month sober, and then just be as dumb as you can while you're sober, so that it kind of cancels out. Now it's just, hey, this is your battle. You chose to date somebody with, a little bit of retardation in there.
Yeah, like nobody's forcing you to be
Yeah,
here.
no, yeah, exactly.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
This is on
If you
your
don't
own
say anything for
accord.
20 seconds, I might think that you're gone. I don't know what's going on, man.
Well, and
Oh
to
my
be
God.
fair, the 3 drink thing is just like that's all I've had. But the other day when we were supposed to record and I was just having trouble with technical difficulties and I was just pissed off, I went and I treated myself to a little solo sushi date.
There you go.
And so maybe this is we need to clarify. I had a thing of hot sake. I like sake, and there was like 4 shots in there.
Ooh,
So maybe we are at like 6.
that's all right.
So,
Hey, you
but
had
it
a
was
rough
one. It was one vat of
Yeah.
sake or whatever. Whatever.
That
those-
has one vat. Like, is that just what is even sake comes in those like kind of
It's like it's like a Voss, and then
Uh-huh.
and then it like bottlenecks and then opens up to like a little spout. I don't know how to explain it, but
Chinese? They know what they're doing, or whoever.
I think
does
it
that.
was Japanese.
Okay, yeah.
I could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
wrong. I have no idea actually, because I usually order. Wait, maybe it was Chinese. Blue wasabi and Gilbert. Was that Chinese or?
I
Gilbert?
have not a clue.
One of them calls pork pot stickers gyoza, and the other doesn't.
Yeah, see, that's
Which
just,
one? That I don't have a producer today. I am the producer, so we can't
look
have
it up,
somebody
yeah.
look this up.
Yeah. Yeah. Please tell us the difference, man, because we're offending people and we
But-
don't mean to.
Yeah, so I needed, because I've also been fasting too. Like that's
Good for
kind of
you.
my like New Year's resolution thing.
Okay.
And I've done it a lot over the past couple of years, so I'm like used to it. But you definitely can like get cranky for sure.
Yeah.
And like you need to be in charge of your emotions, because it's like, hey man, you're just hungry. Like
Right.
you need to chill out a little bit. And I was just upset that nothing was working the way I wanted it to, and all
Yeah.
of this stuff. And then we had to reschedule, which is fine. I think everything happens for a reason, which
Sure.
is cheesy, but like that it actually did.
Yeah, I think
Today
that
was
did
way
work out
better,
best.
so.
100%. How long do you fast for?
However long I want. When you get back into it or just starting, I would recommend like intermittently. So try to go for that 18 hours. I'm not necessarily a breakfast person or not, but I can like skip breakfast no problem. Like my usual routine is every morning, like wake up and I'll have a couple cups of coffee. That coffee is just gonna ruin your appetite off the
Right.
bat. Some nicotine never hurts too. Hey, to each their own. However you want to
Sure.
do your diet or fasting, do it. I have done 72 hours before, but right now I'm doing like kind of like one meal a day or every other day. I always have a hard time falling asleep on an empty stomach. Like when I get into bed, I get all cozy, and
Sure.
like 20 minutes into like laying there, I'm like, oh man, I could go for some gushers right now. Like,
For that to be the snack of choice. I mean, that sounds insane. Just some gushers right there before bed. Usually, I mean, I'd be like an ice cream man. Or
anything.
sometimes, dude, I'll literally wake up and make a full-on sub
Yeah.
and just really like double down on it. Be like, well, if I'm getting up, man, I'm gonna do this right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna go downstairs and grab 6 packs of Cheez-Its.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really fucking hone this thing in and let's
then
make
you
the
have
most of it.
crumbs all over your
Yeah,
bed.
exactly.
You're eating in bed, of
I know,
course.
man.
Like,
And that's the worst too. When you look down, and because I am a religious chip eater in bed, and I've just got like all of it kind of like stuck in my chest hair a little bit.
oh yeah.
And I like to think that I pick it out and I put it back in the bag, but I don't. If I could, I'd be like,
Dude, I've woken up with
a
chocolate
vacuum.
stains on my shirt.
"Cho-
Like, oh,
wow.
things got out of hand.
Holy crap. What was I dreaming about?
Yeah, it was crazy. But
That's awesome.
yeah, so I've been fasting and stuff. But yeah, then I treated myself to some sushi the other night, and then
What's the point of your fasting? Like, is it for like a health thing, or is it like clarity? Because a lot of people, I think, or
Yeah.
my buddies, they do it so that they kind of like clear headed.
my brain is firing on all cylinders right now. You will hit a stage, like you'll get lethargic and tired and your stomach will be grumbling at certain points. But like, so when you get into it, you kind of like, after a couple days, your body gets used to it, you know, where it's just like, okay, I can go the 18 or 24, whatever amount of time you're doing. So yeah, you'll start like feeling your brain, like you're literally running on fumes, but not in a bad way. So like today I feel really good, cognizant, like obviously you can see the studio set up and everything, like I'm feeling it today. So that's good. But yeah, I'm doing it there's a ton of health benefits. If you do your research, like insulin resistance, actually your human growth hormone just skyrockets after a certain point. So there's like benefits of that. I enjoy the mental challenge. And, you know, I got a little extra cushion up front here. So the best way for fat loss, in my opinion, is fasting, because once your body burns through all of your reserved water and like whatever you have in your system and those carbs, the next thing up is you're burning your body fat, because like walking around, just being awake right now, like we're burning calories just talking here. So your body needs something. So it's going to go into like whatever your body has on hand, which is in my case, fat, lard,
just lard, just gushers in there. That's all it's eating.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, I don't know, like the other day in the No Brains, No Headache podcast, I was like, I hate New Year's resolutions, but I'm like the biggest resolution guy. Like deep down, I hate admitting it. But like New Year's is always just a great time to reset. The holidays are over with. My birthday's actually on New Year's Eve. So like, not only is it a new year, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's not only a new year, but a new age for me. So then like, it's like a full reset for me. So like January, there's like playoff football going and like college football. But other than that, like, there's just not those distractions. Like from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's, there's 4 like holidays just jam-packed in there, where Halloween, you're consuming a bunch of candy. I have a sweet tooth. You ain't stopping me. Don't even try. I don't even try. You know, like, why would I even try? I know myself. Thanksgiving, the whole idea is to just eat gravy.
Exactly. That's it. The only ingredient you really need for Thanksgiving is gravy.
Like Christmas cookies, sweets, treats, and like, hey, I'm all for it. But like, it's like always a nice reset. And you know, as you get older, you just try to be healthier. And so ultimately that's why I fast.
I'm still kind of caught up on the HGH, man. That's how do we, and excuse my ignorance, but if we're fasting and it increases your HGH, does that mean I might get taller?
I don't know about taller. I think
what's growing?
It's just the hormone in your body is like produced at a higher rate than normal at a certain point in fasting. Everybody do their own research. Okay. Like don't quote this is No Brains, No Headache. In no way, shape, or form should this be like a good source of health and fitness. You know, but there is like research that you just watch YouTube videos. I don't know, type it into Google, Chat, GPT, whatever you want to do. At a certain point, your HGH does skyrocket and increase production is basically what happens. I'm not really after that. I just know that's one of the benefits. So I'm like, fuck it, let's do it.
Some natural HGH, man. I'll take it though. You just want something to grow.
Well, and like a lot of people say that like you shouldn't be working out while fasting, like some strenuous physical exercise.
You shouldn't?
There's like a debate there whether you should or should not. I think it depends on how long are you fasting and like what are your goals. And everybody's different. You know, so like you can determine your own diet however you want. Like nobody's telling, especially with the fast, that's the mental challenge. Because I got a fridge full of food. And nobody's gonna say, "Oh no, Jordan, you can't," or "It's locked." You know, I'm not wrapping a chain around my fridge doors. Throwing the key outside. Like, you have the ability to go and eat at any time, but it's up to you to like challenge yourself. Like to do it. So that's where I'm at. It also helps if you can like keep your brain busy and occupied, whether that's work or whatever's going on. So. Being a single male with no children, it's quite easy.
There you go.
In perfect health. So. Like I don't have like to take medication ever, so it's like I don't need food in my stomach to process. Like the ibuprofen for my
Yeah.
liver. I don't know what it is, but
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm getting to that point now too, man. I used to be able to just eat anything
mhm.
and just have no problem with it. And now I'm looking down and it was the most offensive thing that my lady's ever said to me. And she was trying to be funny and it just fucked me up for weeks. This happened in October 16th. I'll never forget the day. She looked down and I was just sitting. And like whenever anyone sits, you know, like everything kind of just falls. She pointed at me with no shirt on and she goes, I found a new roll, like a brand new one. And I'm like, holy shit, that's not, you can't say
It's
that.
like
to
you're
someone.
breeding puppies.
Yeah, exactly. I found a new one. I've never like even looked down to pay attention to the old ones.
Yeah.
You know, that's just me sitting. But she has now locked in and found a new, you know, friend that I'm carrying around.
You should tattoo them
I know.
numbers or names.
I
Or
know,
something,
yeah,
just so
literally
you
label
keep
them.
track. Yeah.
This happened in the last 6 months. But yeah, no, I'm finding out that I can't do that anymore. And so I'm really, my biggest New Year's resolution is just full on getting back into the gym and really, really getting after it. Cause I mean, I think I've told you this before, like I grew up in a whole sports family and like working out and stuff like that was always, it wasn't even necessarily like a mandatory thing. It was like, it was just, it was a part of your day.
Yeah. It's just instilled in your life.
100%. Yeah. And it does. And even being back into it and being consistent in the gym for the 15 or so days that we've been here in January, it does. I mean, mentally, physically, you feel better. I'm waking up better. I have so much more energy, especially
sure.
after the gym too.
Yeah.
And like how you said too, like you're not really the biggest breakfast guy. Like you can or can't. Every time I come home from the gym, I'm starving. And which is good for me because like you're saying too, if you don't eat, your body's looking for things, especially when you tear down your muscle groups, when you go to the gym, they need something to kind of replenish. And I'm already kind of, you know, almost a thin guy. I'm in the worst actually situation right now. I'm almost skinny fat,
Oh boy.
which is just gross.
Well, clearly
Yeah.
with the newfound role.
I know. A newfound roll in skinny arms. That's not really the most attractive. I'm like in between like a child and a dad bod.
Yeah.
And that's just not working for anyone. And so I got to figure that out.
Yeah. You need to find your identity. Either pick
Yeah.
one or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, cause now you're flirting with both.
I know.
So
Yeah.
you can be classified as like two things.
Yeah,
instead of just,
exactly.
like one or the other.
Right. Yeah. It's not, you know, anywhere where I need to be. Like I went to my parents' place over Christmas break and I took off my shirt. My dad was like, and he usually be like, man, you know, you look pretty good because you ain't been to the gym much. I'm like, this is just criminal, man.
Yeah,
I've got to fix something.
You're getting it from all angles.
Oh, dude, yes. And my dad's ripped. My brother is still, he's playing baseball. And so he's obviously in great shape still too. And then my mom actually sucks because she doesn't do anything and she's ripped. I take that back. She's on 4 tennis teams.
Okay.
And so she's constantly running around, but she drinks like a fish. But she's still like very ripped and eats Taco Bell and has not weighed above like 120 her entire life. So
Jealous.
now I'm just, if I'm not yoked, then I'm completely out of shape.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I love my family. They're good people. Yeah.
All my loved ones.
Yeah. All my
like,
loved ones
tear
just
me down.
really tell you how it is, man.
Yeah.
Haven't seen these guys in months. And it's like almost the conversations like, I mean, I call them pretty frequently, but then you think like everybody's going to like ease back into it and like almost kind of the shit talking and stuff right when you hit the door, just lay it on you right when you walk in. And it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Give you a taste of your own medicine.
Exactly.
Is it like hard as a comedian? Like you said, your girlfriend was trying to be like joking,
Mhm.
but like we're comedians. Drake's a comedian, by the way.
Thanks, guys.
That's where I met him. We'll talk about more about that. But did you think it's interesting as a comedian when you always tell the jokes and then somebody else says a joke to you and like
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck?
I really like it when my girlfriend does that because it like just shows me that we constantly like we'll mess with each other. We call each other fat or whatever, but like it was just, I think in that sense, that specific sense of her saying a new role, it was way different than her just being like, all right, fat ass. Like if I go and grab a bag of chips, like that's funny. But to like almost recognize something being like, that wasn't a joke.
That was
Like,
oddly specific.
yeah, that was way too good right there, man. That was like, I don't even think in the sense like she said it and then she kind of laughed almost as if she realized what she said. She was like, oh, I'm just kidding. No, you're not. We're both looking at it now.
She was like, I'm
This
just
is-
kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like it's almost like she wanted to bite her own tongue at that moment, but it's still like she's very funny about shit like that. Like even in like the most like very touchy subjects, she breaks it up with like comedic relief, which I find very attractive.
That's awesome.
Like there's no tension. We have to talk about things, especially if something's awkward, then you have to say something. We're not going to sit in this awkward silence.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that. Absolutely not. We have to address what's going on. So
Yeah, I'm the type of guy who like lean into the awkwardness where it's
Mhm.
like, okay, let's like not like make it more. I guess I do make it more awkward, but that also I want to like address it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, why is this?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
awkward?
you have to, because everybody's thinking about it. And I actually find that in stand up a lot too. Like for instance, the little show I did last night was, I mean, it was very intimate and it was very like interactive. Like it was for 10 or so people and they were just constantly talking back and forth. And so it was basically just like a crowd work show. They just
Yeah.
wanted to talk about themselves, relationships or whatever. And then I tried to get into a joke.
Like
And
a formal joke.
Formal joke, right? Like something that I've been working on. And I say the whole thing. It's not even long or anything. And I thought I told it how I wanted to tell it. Maybe it's just a shitty joke. But as soon as I told it, they kind of were like, I was like, all right, man, I'm dumping my material. Let's just like kind of dive into you guys and talk about you. And then I just acted like a gay best friend for the rest of the time. And they're like, oh my God, that's so funny. And I just
Nice.
kept impersonating them. And that was like, I was like, oh, okay, so you guys aren't really here for like a structured
Yeah.
comedy thing at all. You just want to gossip.
Yeah, we don't want the setup. We don't want
No.
the context.
Not
and
at all.
the punchline.
Yeah.
It's let me roast you for
Exactly.
being hot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. And that was basically the entire thing. And I mean, it was fun, but it was definitely very different than like a standard kind of like, as you're saying, like a formal joke writing. Like you're working on stuff that you've like put time in and like tags and everything. Like they asked me to, and they're like, "Oh, well, what else?" I'm like, "No, that's the it. That was the end of that joke." But and I literally said, I was like, "All right, I lost you guys a while back. As soon as I started with a real one, then that's fine." But I'll just all right, who are you dating?
Yeah.
And then just get back into like, oh,
Or
they just
you
kinda jump
deliver
for
the
it.
punchline and they're like, no, go on.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's the end of the
Yeah.
joke. Like there's nothing else to go on to now.
it was the worst because one of the other comics set up this joke, was fighting through it the whole time. It's only like a 30-second joke, but they just kept interrupting him the whole time. And then right before he gets to the punchline, he takes his pause to set it up. And a girl shouts out what she thinks would be the punchline. Worst thing could happen, it landed.
Oh, wow.
And so she just lit up everybody else, and it wasn't what he was going to say. So then he just kind of like ditched it, and he was like, well, all right, never mind. Like, let's just go to something else.
I would take credit for it. If
I
I'm
know,
the
yeah.
comedian on stage and somebody does a better punchline than me, I'm like, oh, yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
Let me write that
exactly.
down really
Yeah,
quick.
Exactly. That's very good. You're supposed to let me say that part, but that was nice.
I'll
Yeah,
just go fuck
okay,
myself.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, that was good. She had a better punchline than me right here at 4 minutes 55 seconds.
Pretty much. But I met you at the Barstool
Mhm.
open mic. You're the host, one of 3 hosts, because apparently it needs
We got
3
like,
hosts.
yeah, we have so many hosts actually. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. We brought on Rashad because he does really, really well over there. He's really good with getting the crowd into it. People do listen to him. I have no idea why. It's not because he's humongous and a black man. But he is just like really good at controlling the room. And I think too, like when anybody else, like when Nick goes up there and he'll make threats, he's like, dude, shut up. You know, when Rashad says shut up, people are kind of like, oh, fuck, all right. You know, maybe I might have to listen to this guy. But yeah, man, Barstool's cool. We've got some hosts there that we kind of just alternate and, you know, just kind of work through things. But it's fun, man. Last night was great. Where were you last night?
I was working a job for
Okay.
money.
Okay, there you
So,
go. All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah, just doing my duties to the community.
There you go. Yes,
know,
paying rent.
taxpayer,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. While we're out here having fun.
Yeah, it's just that Wednesdays or whatever, like the nights just haven't really worked out. I'm actually on a hiatus right now. I haven't been on stage in probably 6 weeks.
Man,
Yeah.
gotta get you back out there.
I will. I think like I started the podcast years ago, and then we started comedy like 2 years into the podcast, and so I leaned into the podcast right away, and then I leaned into comedy,
Yeah.
and then we're like doing both, and then like I moved across the country, so it's
Yeah.
like quite a big like culture shock, and so I was getting into like the that was the first one I went to actually was Barstool
Uh-huh.
Scottsdale, And so I was like really into comedy. And so now I'm just like shifting into podcasting.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And
So,
dude, this
like,
is awesome. Like this 100% kind of goes hand in hand with, you know, like doing stand up, as long as it's, you know, like you're doing something. Like
Yeah.
people take breaks. Like I got a buddy who just, I don't know, he'll like bomb and then he's like, oh, well, maybe I won't go back. And like he'll take a few weeks off and then he's just not doing anything. And I'm like, man, that's not, when you come back, it's still gonna be shitty.
yeah, you need to like continuously,
You're
just like
going to
working
keep
out, you know, building muscle, whatever. You
Exactly.
need to continue to like working on
Exactly.
your craft. I'm not like afraid or anything or too concerned, like, because I'm building a brand, no brains,
Right.
no headaches. So
Right.
like my focus has been like shifted onto that and some other like personal things and projects I have going on. So
Yeah.
like I'm still working.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like every day I'm doing something. We're actually going to talk about after the show. You know, we have some ideas, some
Yeah,
projects up.
Absolutely
Lined up.
pumped for that.
So like I'm still doing what I need to do. I've never been uncomfortable on stage. Even if I bomb,
Mhm.
I don't get timid or
Yeah.
scared. Like I said, if anything, I'll lean into it,
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned about it. I know I need to get back. I think it's just a healthy break, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Sure. Sure.
And yeah, just continuing podcasting. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, I'm just kind of a lone ranger, you know, back
There you
home,
go.
back in Bismarck, North Dakota. I had a business partner, my best friend. I had other comedians, like a lot, like a bigger support system.
Sure.
Now I'm kind of here on my own, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But it's just, you need to like focus on it for sure.
Oh, dude, I hear you. That's
When did the Barstool Scottsdale open mic start?
that was June of 25.
So
No.
like just
No. I'm sorry. June of 24.
I was about to say,
Yeah, June of 24. Yeah. It's actually, yeah, I'm kind of, it's been going on longer than it feels like.
Were
For
you
sure.
an original host?
Yeah, it was me and Nick. Yeah,
Okay.
I brought on Nick because we and I don't know if you met these guys, but Christian David and Cole Edens, those guys, they had their podcast over at Pub Rock right when I started. So this is like 2 years ago before you were here. And they just had a really cool dynamic of them kind of going up and riffing on each other, or like with each other even, and just having kind of like a partner in it, made it seem more, or a little bit less stressful on me. And two, I was just getting into it. Like I was probably 6 months into stand up before
Yeah.
I started the mic. And it was just a little bit more comfortable for me to do it with somebody who was also on the same path. And dude, it took us a while before we even could figure out like how we were going to do it. Like we thought, you know, that because it's Barstool, we were going to do like a crazy show or something. And we were going to have freaking Portnoy and Big Cat and everybody in there like weekly. And so we like set it up. Me and Nick bought these like crazy gaudy suits that were 8 sizes too big. And we tried to make it a show. And we had no mic stand. We had it roped off. Like, and these are the Barstool people that did this, but it was literally like the stage was roped off, almost like a roller coaster line. And the comics were standing in what was like a really messed up kind of like little circle.
They're like
And-
corralled and they're like cattle.
Exactly. I swear that's exactly what it was. And we had like 4 audience members in there, and we brought every single good comedian that we had ever seen, and we had like 10 of them. And they were all, it was like the Mason Spinas and Rob Mabey and Matt Delgado when he was here, like all these guys that were really like killers
Yeah.
that are all headlining. We had them come do our mic for 4 people, and we were like, I think we're doing this wrong.
Yeah.
And so then we just worked it out, man. But they've been great. And we were doing shows, and you just got to sell more tickets, man. Selling tickets is kind of hard.
Mhm.
And just kind of like pushing that, especially in that place. You know, like Barstool is great for the namesake, and not a negative by any means, but the room itself, it's actually a pretty big negative because the room sucks. It's just huge.
Yeah. There's like,
And so it's so hard to hear.
there's plenty of space, but arguably too much.
Is
space.
way too much. Yeah. And you know, it echoes. And I had my my parents, when they came to visit, they came out to the mic, and my dad, granted, you know, he's a little older, but he can hear fine. But still, he was sitting relatively close, man. He was like, I got no idea what they're saying. And so it's just, you know, it's a little tough, and it gets so rowdy in there. Like last night was actually just a shit show because I mean, of course it was somebody's birthday and they wanted to go up on stage. It was one of Nick's buddies, but they brought like 50 people. But while they were not on stage, while his buddy was not on stage, and his buddy went like 20th, the other 50 people that were there were just taking shots up at the bars, screaming, yelling, talking like there was no stand-up going on. So it was a little, and that's what you fight in a place like that, especially bar shows. But it's still, obviously, I mean, it's a great learning thing. And like kind of back to the bombing, it's like I've been doing the mic for 2 years, and I've probably had maybe like 2 good sets there.
I've still yet to see one. So.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's miserable, man. That room sucks. It's hard, dude. We did a show with Johnny Salami and like a show to where we set it up. We sold a bunch of tickets. We had people coming. It was a great audience. And I went up there for 7 minutes. Everybody, and they would tell you this too, anybody that was on that show bombed so bad. Rashad started it off with an insane 5-minute hosting set that was just a bomb, and he never really bombs there. And then we had another guy go up for 7 minutes, literally got off early. I went up there and I brought all my like coworkers, like my friends that I've been talking to for a while, being like, yeah, I do stand up. Like, you got to come out to a show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Nobody has said anything to me about stand up since then. Like, they're all like, oh, fuck. And it's even more awkward too. Like when I would tell a joke and like make a punchline, and then I would like kind of awkwardly like catch their eyes, like my coworkers, and they're like, I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I gotta call out tomorrow. Like, no way I'm going in to talk to these people and face them.
Yeah,
but is what it is, part of the game.
It's refreshing to hear because like back in Bismarck, I don't want to take credit for it, but pretty much started like the local comedy scene.
Hell yeah.
Obviously comedy's been there before, but like
Sure.
really got like the local thing going and like doing open mics and stuff. And like, it's a small town. Bismarck's like 70,000 people. Mandan's across the river. That's like 50,000 give or take. So you got a little metro area of like 100 grand, but like there's always this concern of like, oh, these mics suck. Like people show up, they're talking the whole time. Like there's no decorum. And it's like, I get it. But really, no matter where you go in the United States, unless it's, maybe like a certified, comedy club open mic in the basement in New York or something like that.
Right.
You're probably just ultimately going to have those people like at the bar who are just chatting it up. I remember one time I went to Barstool, and there was a group of Asian fellas who were just talking loudly the whole time. And thank God they left before I got on stage.
People just don't care, especially the Asians. Can't stand them.
But yeah, it's just refreshing to know, like, hey, it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, that's an open mic for you. Like, a lot of bombs, a lot of awkward, like, comedians and stuff. Things happen. And, but ultimately, that's an open mic. That's why, like, doing shows too. It's like, you paid $20 to be in here.
Exactly.
I suggest you like pay attention and like, try to like, as a community of audience goers, let's all come together.
Yeah.
Turn our cell phones off.
Right.
And just watch.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Enjoy. Have you done House of Comedy yet? You've been over there?
I haven't. I've really just stuck to like the dive bar, like Tuesday night kind of vibe, which is like totally me.
Sure.
And obviously I'm on hiatus right now.
Yeah, no, I mean that is like, it's a humongous club, and it's one of the big 3 out here, but that is to me the hardest room. And I don't know what it is about that place, but I mean, maybe it's because I'm not there regularly on the weekends and the place doesn't really fill out. But like, I'll go there and do like a Wednesday show or a Sunday show or something like that, and there's going to be 15 to 20 people in there. And that will, if you got to stand up there for 10 minutes, man, it feels like you're up there for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, it is just a long silence, man. Yeah. It's really, really scary up there sometimes. And especially too, if you work with comedians that aren't necessarily your like style, then like I did a show. My first weekend I did was with Adrienne Appalucci, and she had a Netflix special, and she's just incredibly smart, so smart, very dry, and very, very sarcastic. And I'm the complete polar opposite of like being very, like loud and big, and like, like I kind of move around on stage, and she is just like throwing shots at everyone. And I hosted for her one weekend, and I did 15 minutes, and I have never wanted to get off the stage faster. Like, I was begging to look. I was like trying to look at the light. Like I was like trying to turn it on
with your eyes.
I swear to God, dude, I just ran through my stuff like so fast. And like because I always thought I was like, if I host, I'm just going to do 10 minutes, if I feel good, talk to the crowd or whatever, and get out of there. But like the way that the Stephanie, the owner of House of Comedy, like set it up, she was like, Drake, do you have 15? And granted, I like sometimes my stuff will stretch to 15, but obviously too, you don't like if an owner says, do you have 15? You're not gonna be like, no.
You say
yeah,
yes.
of course. Yes, I have 15. I will come up, I'll do something for 15 minutes up there. And I like look over at my buddy at like 10 minutes and I'm kind of like, I almost signal, I'm like, where am I at? And he goes, it's like, you got 5 more. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. It was just, I was sweating. I even got to a point where I was like, so is like, anybody celebrating anything out here tonight?
Yeah.
There's, 100 people in there and I didn't get one hand. There wasn't one birthday.
Get their tax return.
Yeah, exactly. Can someone give me something? And like right when I said that, nobody raised their hand or anything. And all you hear, and this is kind of the best though, all you hear is the 4 other comedians that are going up that night, and they're all just dying in the back booth, just absolutely pissing themselves because I'm bombing my ass off. And that was a pretty big wake up to like, because I thought I was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm doing House of Comedy on a weekend. Fucking made it. And then, like to go out there and just absolutely bomb your dick off is just, it's really, really humbling. But now it's getting to the point where it's funny now. You're able to laugh at it and it's a good learning curve. So I kind of almost appreciate bombing.
Yeah.
In a sense.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have a set that sticks out where like you feel really good about it and like you absolutely crushed?
Yeah, I've got like, I do, but it's the annoying thing about it, man, is that it's the same. I have like a pretty strong 10 minutes that can, whether or not if I tell a longer version of a story or, whatever, it can stretch to, like I was saying, like 12 or 15 or whatever. But it's just old. It's old, man. And it's really annoying because I had this 10 minutes more than probably a year ago where I had kind of like come up with it and like figured it out. And then now for the past year and a half or so, I'm like, how in the hell can I just like recreate something like this or like expand on it? Like, I don't know what is kind of I'm almost like kind of in a lull, but I've really learned too that you got to be more present. Very much so. It's a big thing that all my comedian buddies too, and guys that are doing really well out here right now are saying like, man, you just got to be present. And with, my kind of specific style, trying to be likable, obviously you're trying to win the audience over and get them on your side to it in a sense. But yeah, I definitely overthink trying to be funny instead of just going out there and being organic and letting it kind of like come to you. It's a scary thing to, go up there and almost riff, but you have to have the confidence too. And, I think that anybody that has been doing it for a while, it would be, every time that they go up there and riff, you're kind of like happily surprised being like, oh, that was pretty decent. So that's what I'm trying to at least learn more of. Yeah.
It's nice to like surprise yourself every once in a while. And
yeah,
like what I tell a lot of people is just like, like, oh, I'm planning on going to that open mic or I have a show coming up on Friday or whatever it is. You get to that day and it's just like, you're just not in a good mood. It's like, I don't feel funny.
Yep.
But guess what? You still have to like go up there and do it.
Exactly.
So it's like almost like constantly like managing like your mood and emotions just because it's like, well, I'm tired today or I got some shitty news or like, just things aren't just going great in my personal life. Like, how do you like rise above that? I think that's the ultimate challenge. And like, it's funny you said when you started the Barstool open mic, like sounds like you guys were, as I say, full of piss and vinegar because you were just 100%. Like, we're going to go to the moon. Portnoy's going to be here. All this stuff. I've seen that too. Like, not that I'm this like crazy, comedy veteran, but a few years into it and like starting the scene back home, I would see like newcomers come and they would always crush every time because like, dude, they've been practicing for weeks and like coming up with these jokes for like months and like they're well polished. And I say, hey, I'm happy for them. I'm grateful that they like showed up and they're here and like that's great. But the true test is can you keep doing that?
Exactly.
Like ultimately, like, yeah, you can like, cause you that first time, those first few times, it's adrenaline just
Oh, yeah.
racing through your body. It's a whole new experience.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the bright lights, the microphone, like everything. But it's like, okay, like call me in 3 months.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then we'll see where we're at and
Yeah.
stuff. And not that I'm judging anyone. That's with anything.
Yeah.
Just like the working out and stuff, where
Mhm.
it's just like, hey, you can go work out for a month and you probably see some results and feel great.
Yeah.
But a few months down the road, if you like stop doing it, like you're probably going to be back to where you started, if not worse.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I totally agree with that, man. It was, I was doing stand up for the first like 3 months, and I kept going to JP's, and he used to do open mics on Thursdays, and the first like 3 open micers would be almost like a book spot, because what he'd do, he'd have a show on Thursday, and then people would stick around for the open mic afterwards, especially just for like the first couple of people. And I remember I went in there and I was absolutely smashed, like blackout. I mean,
Love it.
like just super drunk. And I was almost drinking to get rid of my nerves, because it was like the first time that I was going to perform in front of a full room.
Completely normal.
Yeah. And I go up there and I actually had a really good set. And so I was like just riding this crazy high. And I'll never forget, man. I like get home and I straight up like start looking up theaters. And I'm like, this is going to happen in 2 seconds for sure. And let me just go ahead and let me get my emails ready. And like, I'm going to submit my
Madison
resumes
Square
to the theater.
Garden.
Exactly. Here I come. Like, I remember, dude, I was in the gym for like a week, and all I would do, I was making a playlist for walkout songs for like my theater opening thing, and like how I would go about it. Like, I was just so, like how you're saying, full of piss and vinegar. And I'm like, this is the easiest thing ever. And then come to find out, it is just such a criminal thing to, like make a career. But I love it though.
Yeah.
And I like that it's really hard. And I love the fact that you get to bomb, especially and I think that there's a lot of relation too when it comes back to sports, especially baseball. And like, baseball is such a failure rated game.
Are you a baseball player?
Humongous.
Okay.
Yes. Played throughout my entire life, played through school. And it took such a toll, but I thought that people, especially growing up, when they were like, man, you fall in love with the game. Like I swear, man, I don't know if I've ever loved anything or anyone as much as I love baseball. Still, even to this day, like I will get down a rabbit hole in 2 seconds talking with my dad and my brother. And like, we will forget that our girlfriends are here and completely just ignore them, man. And it's not like we do it on purpose or to be rude. We just get in the flow of talking about it. And then it literally fires me up.
Yeah.
Like I want to go take ground balls. It's just
some BT
it's just awesome.
quick.
Oh my gosh, dude. I'd give anything.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's definitely a craft that like you have to really dedicate yourself to, but you can, and that's the hard thing as a comedian. It's like, how do you define your career? Because it's like, is this just going to be like a hobby, something I do to like get out of the house and like meet people? And like, it's kind of like, rec league softball, like Tuesday night's my night. Or, hey, do I want to make something out of this? I feel like I'm kind of in between, but I also feel like there's no pressure to like decide yes or no. And I think that's what makes comedy unique. It's like, it's not like, collecting baseball cards or like some random hobby of like, I'm blanking on hobbies all of a sudden. But that's like the only one I can think of. But it's like most hobbies, it's just like, oh yeah, like, hey, I like to go hiking. Okay, great. Yeah, you go check out some new trails, buy some like nice shoes and like whatever apparel you need. But like, you're not doing it to like make money.
Sure.
Whereas it kind of flips all of a sudden, because like, happy to say, like, we're both professional comedians, because in my eyes, what makes you a professional is if you get paid to do something.
Exactly.
I've
100% agree.
And I've been paid to do comedy. I've obviously done it for free as well, but it's just like, so it's always a confusing thing of like, how do I want to like define my comedy career? And I feel like I'm just at a crossroads in life where it's like, I'm not upset or like anxious about it. It's just like, I'm actually oddly at peace with it, where it's like, hey, this is going to figure itself out.
Exactly, man. That's awesome. That's a great way to think about it. not having, I got to work on that a little bit more too, on, you know, not putting so much pressure on, especially with stand up, like putting so much pressure on like getting there right now. Like I'm 2 years into doing stand up. That is like barely anything,
Yeah.
you know, like I want more than anything to be like, yeah, I'm a 10-year vet, you know, like I just want to say I've been doing this for 10 years.
It's going to take you 8 more years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, and it's hard to explain, especially to my lady too. Like we want to move out to LA, you know, within a year or two, to try and, you know, it's really for stand up. And I'm trying to do acting and stuff as well. But she's like, yeah, we'll be out. We'll, you know, be in LA for a year before you kind of like start doing stuff. And I'm like, babe, it's not a year thing. I can tell you that right now. Like, and I'm not saying that in a negative sense. I would love to manifest that and be like, yeah, I'll go out there in a year and with my sketchy ass 12 minutes for sure. Yeah. I'm going to be at all these crazy
very
clubs.
choppy 12.
Yeah. My very chopped up 12 minutes. Yeah. The same 12 minutes that you've been hearing. She literally, I swear to God, and it's awesome. And I love the fact that we can be so real with each other about this, because she's been to a bunch of my shows. She's seen me go up more than, you know, probably like 50 times. And she said, she's like, if I hear skydiving one more time, because that's my like go-to bit. She's like, if I hear the skydiving bit one more time, I'm going to freak out. I'm like, I go, could you do it? And she literally did it right there, like borderline verbatim. And I'm like, yeah, man, I got to come up with something else.
That's how we did back home is, you know, we struggle like write new jokes and stuff. So like sometimes you try all new stuff and then you go with like your heater.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
the go-to.
Right.
Like we've done it before where it's like, do we just go up and like do each other's jokes?
Oh my God. Yeah.
But not tell them.
Yeah.
Like purposely sign up before them just so you can do their joke before they get up, and then they get up there and they have nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. That is so funny. I need
Yeah.
to do that to Nick, man, because I can do his set for sure. But yeah, it's fun, man. I love it. I just, I like the whole adrenaline factor too, on it being on like stand up being really scary. Like even last night, dude, there was like, not too many people in there in Barstool. And I was like, man, you know, I'll open up the show and I'll start it or whatever. And then for whatever reason, I was like almost shying away from it as if I haven't done it a billion times already.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nick, you go. And then I just passed it on. I was like, what the fuck was that? That was so gay. just get up on stage, man. First of all, this is your thing too. Like,
nobody gives a shit.
No one cares. Half the people are listening to anyway. No one gives a shit at all. But I like that butterfly feeling, you know, on like being nervous and being scared. You know, I think that that's what I really miss from sports. You know, like I just need something that is, you know, challenging, that makes me, you know, work and think and, you know, like really kind of, you know, like working on a craft.
Yeah.
Like I like that.
Well, I think you answered your own question earlier because you said you need to be more present. So I think that's really the key right there. Because if you look so far into the future, and like I think that's awesome that you have the want to go like act and do things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got to be present. And like, I don't know, the older I get and as time passes on, it's just like it's that classic saying that I'm gonna butcher, but it's like it's all about the journey, not the kill, you know, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. It's something like that. I don't know it either.
Something
but
along those lines, you know. Once again,
I thought you were gonna say it's all about the Benjamins.
Benjamins.
Yeah, it's all about the pens.
But like, it's so true because it's like, if we, you know, we both probably would love to just, you know, go tour all around America and get paid tens of thousands of dollars per show, and just have all the money and the fame and all the things that go with it. But it's also just like, what would you do with it if you achieved it?
Yeah.
You know, because right now, one of my favorite things about doing like actual shows. Yeah, I love going on stage and like delivering a good performance. And like, it's all about the experience, like for the audience members, like ultimately like that without them, it's not happening. They're paying you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like without them in the audience, we might as well just stare at the wall and tell our jokes. And you probably could do a choppy 12.
Exactly. There you go. I do it all the time, actually.
But what I love is hanging out before the show, during the show, after the show, like with fellow comedians.
Exactly.
In the green room, almost as much as like, I don't even want to get on stage, not because I'm nervous or scared. Just
right.
Like, I'm just hanging out with the boys. You
exactly.
know, we're having some beers or gals, you know, gals can do comedy too, but like Like it's just like so much fun hanging out in the green room, and then at the end of the night when it's like, okay, like our time's up at the venue, like we got to clean up and go. It's like,
Sure.
oh, like I don't want this to end.
I know, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
so it's just enjoying that moment, and so
It's the team aspect. I think it's this, it's the same thing. I just, I inadvertently kind of relate everything kind of back to sports, but that's like when you do think about it, or I think about like my times and like what I miss about baseball is I miss like the bus rides. I miss the really uncomfortable 13-hour bus rides when the AC is not working and we're just in the back playing Mafia for hours.
I love Mafia.
Mafia is fantastic. It's my favorite game. I remember we got swept at Jacksonville just awfully, like just absolutely got crushed. Borderline, like if there were run rule in college baseball, that's what would have happened all 3 games. And we get on the bus and we just drive straight home, and we've got like pizza and stuff in the back that they gave us, and like everyone was just itching to get in the back so that we could start Mafia.
Yeah,
like we didn't really.
No wonder why you guys got your ass.
Yeah, I know. We were ready. We
am
were
I going to
like,
be the doctor
exactly,
or just a talent person? Like, how am I going to do a poker face?
I was
on
literally,
me.
I swear to God, dude, I remember because I would love being the narrator. And like kind of telling the story and like coming up with stuff. And I was in the dugout, and I would do this a bunch, man. I would be thinking about shit like throughout the game. And I'm like, oh, well, Brennan struck out, so he's going to throw his helmet, and that's how he's going to actually commit suicide during Mafia. You know, like that's how he's just going to go home and drive off a bridge or something.
Yeah.
And that was like, I don't know, but it's the camaraderie, it's like being around the boys like that and just talking shit. And it was the best.
Well, maybe we should have done this to start the show, but this is classic No Brains, No Headache. We go against the grain. So you're from North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And then you were an avid baseball player. Did you play in college?
Yeah. Yeah.
What college, if you don't mind me asking?
I went to USC Upstate, which is it's a little mid-major branch off of South Carolina. And so it's like, like how, UNC Chapel Hill has like UNC Charlotte, UNC Greensboro, all that stuff. Yeah, it was like that, but for South Carolina. And that was awesome, man. I went there for 3 years, and then I transferred to a Division II school when COVID hit, Queens University in Charlotte, and I was there for the last 2. But that was the most fun. And I remember too, like going on my visit, and we go to a basketball game, and there's obviously like a junior or somebody who's like showing us around campus and stuff, and he's like, if you guys do come here, like it's going to be the best and like most fun 4 years of your life. I remember sitting in the bleachers and him telling us that, and he was like, it's going to go by so fast. And it really did. And I wouldn't take that experience and those years away for anything.
Yeah.
Like for the boys and the relationships that, I kind of like built with all of them. Some of my best friends, they're going to be in my wedding and the whole 9 yards, man. And it was just awesome. That whole aspect of really kind of like treating baseball as a career, because it's paying for school, it's doing different things, and it was awesome. So it was just miss it constantly too.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool, man. And I envy my brother so much for continuing playing, and he's with the San Francisco Giants now. He's in
Your
AAA.
brother is?
Yeah, my little brother.
Wow,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for him.
He was small. I remember having like his junior or his sophomore year of high school, me and my dad were talking, and I was like, man, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep playing. Like he might not even play in college. We didn't think that he was like good enough. He wasn't very big. And then all of a sudden he hit this insane, like super late growth spurt.
HGH.
Yeah. HGH naturally. He was fasting.
Yeah.
And he just randomly, man, he got up to like 90 or so off the bump. And then one thing led to another. He ends up going to High Point, was there for 3 years, and then transferred to a Division II school. And I think it was the best decision for him, because I don't know if you know High Point University, but it's a country club. It's literally insane, man. They got golf carts that'll borderline take you from class to class. They have like,
where is this located?
It's in Hickory, North Carolina.
Okay.
And so it's kind of in the sticks, but it's literally like a country club golf course in the middle of the ghetto. It's awesome. It's like a gated community, and nobody gave a shit about baseball. All they wanted to do was party and then get their business degree and then go on to make, 6 figures as soon
Work
as they
for
get out of
dad.
school. Right. Exactly. But he transferred to a little school, probably an hour away, more in the sticks, and all they cared about was baseball. The borderline, they didn't even really care about school. They were like, man, if we get you drafted, we get you drafted. And so he ended up signing. And then from then on, he's been in the minors for 2 years and has been absolutely fucking shoving.
Is he a pitcher?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a pitcher, relief guy.
What's he reaching?
He's 97,
Wow.
top 97. He'll sit 93, 95 all the time. But he's got big league breaking ball, big league heater. And then, he's got like 2 or 3 more pitches. His split's getting there. And then his slider is pretty good too. And then he's got, a little sinker, but his ball kind of runs anyway, kind of accidentally.
You just answered my next question.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry, man. I told you. Man. I get fucking going on baseball. And and my dad was a pitcher for a long time. And he was with the Padres for about 7 years, or 5 years with the Padres, a year with the Twins and the Rockies. And so that's,
So 0 team success.
But. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was just, it's really cool growing up with a dad that played pro ball. And I never got to see him play, unfortunately. And I was borderline a part of the reason why he kind of retired, because he was towards the end of his career kind of anyway. And then he had surgery, rotator cuff surgery. And then it was kind of like, he could try and come back, rehab for a year in the minors, really struggle. He's already on the back end of his career anyway, and then kind of be away from me because I was being born. And then he just chose to stick around and kind of coach us, which was, awesome. I can't thank him enough for that. But it's just really cool growing up with like a professional athlete as a dad, and my mom too. My mom played on the men's college soccer team.
Yeah, I can feel that. My dad's a male nurse. So
yeah, there you go. Exactly. We both we skipped the gene pool kind of, in a sense. Like I don't know how you have a professional baseball player father and then your mom plays on the guys' college soccer team and you don't become a professional athlete.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard to do, man. That had to be like by choice.
I think you got some good things going for you, because I actually did think of a joke if I ever make it back to Barstool and you're hosting. I'm be like, I thought I was good looking and then I met Drake.
Yeah.
And I thought I was funny. And then I met Drake.
Right.
I thought I was charming. And
there
then
we
I
go.
met
Okay.
Drake.
Wow.
Hell, I thought I was straight. And then I met Drake.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So you got some good things going for you. And then, so baseball career's done out on the East Coast area, North Carolinas. Then did you come up to Arizona, or like what was that?
I moved out here because he signed.
Because your brother signed.
And they have all the spring training teams. Well, like 70% of the big league teams have them. They are all out here, which is awesome. We go to games all the time.
I'm very excited for that.
Oh, I know.
I already got tickets to the first Cubs spring.
There you go.
Game,
yeah. Any Giants game, we'll go to Giants games, man. And he has literally, we brought like 10 people one time.
Nice.
And so it doesn't matter. We'll just go in. But yeah, those are sick. But that's why we moved down here. And it was, dude, this story, it'll bring me to tears. It gives me chills. So he had fallen through the cracks of the draft. He was a 5th year guy anyway. So in the baseball terms, for those that don't know, it's kind of like, it's a little bit older, to draft a senior. And, and he was an older senior too. Like he was 24 when he signed, which is already kind of old. I mean, these guys are, plucking Dominican guys or, Puerto Rican guys that are 16.
Yeah.
And so he signed as a free agent for borderline a plane ticket, like didn't get barely any money. But the whole thing was he had slipped through the cracks of the draft, and he calls me. And before he had got signed, he was like, man, I don't think it's working out. I could literally, because he was staying with my mom, I could hear him, like he's in his car, like just sitting in the like driveway or whatever. He's bawling his eyes out, like just doesn't know what he's going to do. And he's like, man, you got to get me a job. I guess, I'll food run or I'll be a bar back at your bar now or whatever. And I was like, dude, fuck all that. No, you're not. This is what you were supposed to do. Like I've seen, like I've played for long enough where you can kind of notice like guys that are just there. That's their thing. They're natural baseball players. They've, just kind of developed this way to where they belong on a baseball field. They don't belong in an office.
That's all they know.
That's it. That's what like people, like God gave them one gift and it's baseball. And so I just told him to stick with it. There's no way that somebody doesn't pick him up. And then I'm staying in Charlotte with my dad. and we would go to the gym or whatever together. And so one day he like just sets it up. We go to the gym at 11, and I can see my dad, and he's kind of like almost acting weird. And he's like, starts going over there, doing a workout or whatever. And then my brother calls him, and he's like, man, just get that for me real quick. And so I answered. I'm like, what's up, Trent? Like, what's going on? Me and Dad, we're getting bigger. You're sitting at home being lazy like a little bitch, just kind of like brother talk or whatever. And he was like, man, pack your stuff up. We're going to Arizona. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I just signed to the Giants. And I literally, this is a public gym. And I'm like sprinting around the place. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then my dad's huge. My dad's like 6'3", 210, like still very ripped. And he's sitting there and he's doing like overhead tricep presses. And he's got 70-pound dumbbell over his head. And this is a humongous man. And he's just, he made it, Dad. Shit, we're going to Arizona. He's
crying and doing
he's
tricep
bawling
extensions.
Yes, like,
I
it was
also
just-
cry during tricep.
That's
extensions.
exactly, that's male security there.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
cry in the gym when you're doing triceps, man. But it was the coolest thing, man. And it's literally, and my dad's such an emotional guy. Anytime that story is brought up, you will see him and he flips down his sunglasses, and then all of a sudden, like eventually he'll just go like this, and then just boom, like tears are coming down his face. And it's just like we were working at it for so long. And like we were hearing the stories that my dad was telling us, and like being like, man, the parties in college might seem cool, but wait till you're in San Diego, man, and you're a fucking big league pitcher. Those parties are cool. Like just put your head down and grind for the time that you need to. And then once you make it, man, it's all well worth it. And it's just, not that, Trent's not in the big leagues yet. He's one step away. They're projecting him to be up there this year.
Hell yeah.
But to make his debut in 26. But it's still, this is a humongous year for him because this ends his rookie contract or his rookie signing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so it's completely dependent upon, this is hundreds of $1,000s in the swing here. Like if he has a great year, then and it's called arbitration. So you go into arbitration, and then you kind of like, you almost negotiate with, the team that you're, affiliated with to how much you think that you're worth. If they disagree, then, they'll let you go or they'll trade you or, do whatever they need to. But if they, if Trent has another good year, like he has been having, then, this 100% is going to make like crazy money.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just banking on that, man, because I got some debt. I got some car insurance right now that I wouldn't mind getting covered, a little house maybe,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been supporting this kid. I love it, even because he's very broke right now.
Yeah.
I love it when he asks me for money because I just know that I'm like, man, I got years of, receipts, man.
There's
There's
interest is piling. up.
Oh my God.
The
and
Drake
like,
Harris credit card company.
I'm
is
telling
what
you,
it
man,
is.
I'm coming for him. Like, and I always give him shit about it. And like, I never would, I mean, me and him are so close, man. I joke about like asking him for money and stuff, but he would give me money just to give me money. Like he wants to get back,
I'm just imagining the interview scene in Step Brothers. Like it's your brother talking to the Giants and you kind of just,
Yeah.
hello, I'm Drake. I'll be negotiating this contract. They're like, do you have any credentials, a law degree? You're like, host of Barstool.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
Yeah.
Kind of know what I'm doing here.
Right. Yeah. I'm an avid thrifter. I got cool shirts.
Yeah.
I do a little bit of advertising on the side for my 600 followers on Instagram. Kind of a big deal in the Scottsdale scene.
It's actually 1700. I gave you your 1700.
There it is.
Earlier,
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hell yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But-
Thank you.
No, dude, that's awesome. It sounds like you come from like an awesome family. You're the oldest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it just you and your brother?
It's
Do you
just
have
me
other?
and my brother.
Okay.
Yep. And and so I love it that my parents I can almost see them and feel them trying to like include me in like my brother's success. Like he's like, I can literally, we'll go on a rant and we'll talk about baseball for the first like hour that we're there. And then all of a sudden I can literally feel my dad thinking. And then my dad goes, well, Drake, talk to us about stand-up.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's all right, man. We can just,
How's your choppy 12 coming
Yeah.
together?
yeah. Dude, it's getting like, I was honest with them like 6 months ago, and they're like, because they've also seen my set multiple times, And they keep asking me, and they're like, man, when's your, you got new stuff?
When's the new stuff?
Yeah, I
coming
know,
out,
man.
Drake?
And I'm like, dude, I'm writing some stuff, but it's not really clicking. And so anytime that my dad brings it up, he's like, what's your new stuff? And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Dad. I don't have new good
I
stuff.
have a
yet."
new roll on
Yeah.
my belly.
Right,
As far as
exactly.
jokes are concerned,
Exactly.
TBD.
That's the only new thing that I got. But it's funny, but it's good though. You can tell that it's like, it's endearing
Yeah.
that they're just at least trying. But yeah, man, they mean well. My mom will shit on me still, which is great. Like, I love the fact that we have that relationship to where like my mom will 100% clown me, make fun of me. Like, if I'm not funny, she'll like double down on it, and just like in the awkward silence of no one laughing, being like, well, that fucking sucked. Don't use that on stage. Like, it's
She's
just a cool
eating a
relationship.
cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah,
in your
exactly.
face. She's like, you
Yeah.
can't even eat this.
Right.
You'll get fat.
Right. Yeah. And
Thanks.
she's a Taco Bell advocate too.
Nice.
Absolutely loves that place. We grew up, man, and there was a Taco Bell down the street. She would be recognized through the intercom in the drive-thru.
They recognize her voice.
Swear to God, dude. It was like Miss Felicia. I'll never forget, because there was like our little doctor's office right next to it. So anytime we'd go like to the doctor or whatever, the little pediatric hospital, our like reward was like going through the Taco Bell line. And then Miss Felicia would be like, Tiffany, is that you, Tiffany? Girl, I already got your little meal up here ready to go. Okay. I got all the hot sauces and everything done. Don't you worry about it. Okay. Got your Diet Pepsi, no ice. I'm like, Mom, this is too much.
No, I mean, that's good to have, is just being a good repeat customer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I go out to bars, and especially like since I moved down here, completely new place, I always make a point to like introduce myself, or like, hey, what's your name? And of course, at every time it's like, oh, are you hitting on the bar?
Right.
It's like, I'm just getting their name.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you can say, instead of like, hey, bartender, you say, hey, Drake, can I get
Yeah.
another beer? They're more than likely gonna like respond to
Oh,
that
100%.
name calling and that name recognition, rather than just like raising your hand at the bar. It's just, like,
Right.
big no.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. But
Exactly.
that's cool. Do you like Arizona? You digging it so far?
Oh,
and
dude,
everything
I love
about
it. Man. I love it. I mean, the summers, it gets a little hot, but just the winters itself, like it's January 15th and it's 85 degrees outside.
I was
It's 80
sweating
degrees.
earlier.
I know, man. I literally walked out too. I was like, it's too hot for a fucking long sleeve right now. Well, I'm not even wearing a shirt, but like, it is too much going on.
I did see you wear camo. I was like, what the fuck?
But it's dude, it's great, man. I like the people that I've met out here, man. It's Scottsdale, it'll just kind of get old a little quick, just the party scene and everything like that. And I've never really I'm a big drinker, but not like, I'm not going to the clubs and like buying bottles and just fucking EDM, dude. Everybody's into EDM out here. Are you crazy into EDM?
Not real. I like music, but I don't
Right.
like, I like want to have a conversation usually.
Exactly.
Like the drinking, we don't have to worry about.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
take
yeah.
care of that.
Right.
But I'd rather like have a combo instead of like, it's dark but also bright. Like
Yeah.
if you're epileptic, like probably need to watch out. Like
Yeah.
just because of the flashing lights.
Exactly.
I also can't afford to buy
Yeah.
like
Oh
a
my God, I know.
gigantic bottle.
I know. It's just insane. Like, I got buddies too that are like getting married, and we had a bachelor party actually out here for one of my best friends, and every single one of us but like two people in the bachelor party were all dating or engaged or married. And so I was just looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing bottle service for, man? This is just weird.
Yeah.
The entire point to me of bottle service is to almost like get girls to come to your table when they're only really coming for the free drinks. But we can't even really have girls at the table because we're all just going to be awkwardly sitting there on the side being like, well, I don't want to, like, God forbid, give her the wrong image or whatever. Like, someone takes a video and then all of a sudden it's on social media and I'm sitting next to a girl, like just creating conversation, but we're at a club and it's kind of that scene, like, just doesn't make any sense. I was like, let's go to a sports bar and let's just gather up all the little scratch of money that we have and put it on red.
Yeah.
And just let's make a time out of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to these clubs, man.
I don't think I've ever had bottle service. Maybe once. That's not really my
it's
vibe.
incredible.
We don't exactly have that in North Dakota.
No, really. I would just think that it's kind of
You can
every-
order a shot and try to say leave the bottle. They never do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I guess that's
You're
fair.
like,
enough.
damn it.
Yeah. They got me again.
One of these days, they're gonna leave that bottle.
They're gonna leave it. I promise.
Also, who orders just straight shots of stuff? That's just
That's fair enough. I do.
Me,
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely. I tried to get on that team, but that's just not who I am. Man. I almost like would take pride in trying to be so cool with the bartender. I'd be like, I'll do a double shot of your well tequila. Don't shake it. No salt, no lime. I just kind of want it to hurt.
yeah.
And then they're like,
I just
instead of
wanna-
them
I
being
wanna
like,
feel
oh,
something.
dude, that's cool. Yeah. They're just like, you're fucking psycho. I'm like, well, sorry, man. I thought that was going to go different in my head. I thought that maybe you might have one with me or something, you know,
Yeah.
just realize that I'm going through it.
Well, I'm excited to drink with you again.
Yeah.
When that day comes.
I know, man. You know what? I keep going back and forth, man. I kind of want to see how long, not like a test of like how long I can go, but there are just too many things that have been, you know, like positive as far as waking up, energy, productivity, and just anything like that that kind of stems from the sobriety that I kind of like want to see, you know, for the time being, also saving money too. The amount of money that I spend on booze
Yeah.
is so stupid, so dumb. And this is not something that I'm proud of. It's not a bragging thing at all. It's just like, I really enjoy driving home from a mic and a bar or anything and being like, I have zero worry. If I get pulled over right now, I'll be totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, like that is to a point where it gets a little scary or shaky. And, you know, you should not be doing that.
Yeah, I'm all for like, hey, having a good time, partying, do whatever you want, but there's just a little bit of responsibility.
Yeah,
with it.
exactly.
I'm all for an alternative lifestyle. I
Right.
think we've established that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Not only in this interview, but in the 281
Mm-hmm.
episodes where I've just told everything about my life.
Mhm.
I'm all for having fun, but just a little bit of responsibility
Right.
goes a far way.
Right. And even too, like we would, you know, the amount of times, and we live in Chandler, and so we go out in Scottsdale, and then, you know, me and my lady will go out together, and then one of us, more times than not, it is her, but one of us will drink, you know, and get to a point where we're being like, oh, well, I'm not driving home. So now you have to stop drinking, but I'm going to get fucked up. And then all of a sudden now we wake up at 1 the next day, and then we go outside to go our separate ways, and we're like, fuck, we got to go get our car.
Yep.
So then we got to drive 40 minutes or 30 minutes back here, grab our car, come back home, and then start the day already 4 hours late. And then you're just like, this is kind of ridiculous, you know?
Yeah,
It's Wednesday.
The valley's a little different for that. In Bismarck, it takes 20 minutes to get across town from
that's
end to
awesome.
end.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
My new rule is it was not my new rule, but I made it up, was like I can only drink if I walk to the bar.
There you go.
So I have my favorite place is like less than 2 miles from here.
You're
I've
walking
done-
2 miles
I've done it. I've walked 15.
from the bars?
No.
Like, that's a long walk, man. That is a long
For
drunk
like a
walk.
hike, I guess.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
like, I did it once earlier. Was that on like the 1st or the 2nd or so? It was when Dry January was supposed to be happening, and
Uh-huh.
it didn't.
Yeah.
It was like the first Sunday of the year, yeah, because I went and watched the final Vikings game. I'm a Vikings fan.
Uh-huh.
Went and watched the final Vikings game, and I was like way ahead of schedule that morning with kickoff being at 11 local time. Perfect time, by the way. It was like 10 o'clock, and I was like done with getting ready for the day or whatever I needed to do, and I'm like, looked it up. I'm like, it's less than 2 miles, like a 35-minute walk. So
Yeah.
get my steps in.
There you go. That's totally fine too. And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But when I'm with my lady, she's like, oh, I don't want to walk. And
Yeah, no,
that
that's different.
That
Yeah.
grinds my gears though, man, because what do you say? Let's multitask here. Okay, let's burn the calories that we just drank, and then let's get a free ride home, as in our legs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
No,
just go
that's
ahead
what
and
I did
hoof
it
it home.
once.
I got no problem with that. I will. I saw, actually, I was on a podcast the other day where they were like, you know, girls won't walk 300 feet. You got to call an Uber or get a golf cart ride or something. Guys will take that as an adventure.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, let's walk 15 miles home. Like you're saying, like
Yeah.
I'd totally be up for that.
I got my steps in, burned off some calories. I didn't have to pay any gas or ride sharing thing.
Exactly.
I got some sunshine.
Come on.
That's the one thing about like Arizona that I like and also kind of don't like. Sometimes I want to have a lazy day, but then you look outside and it's just like, oh, it's so beautiful.
Right.
I can't waste this beautiful day.
Exactly.
As if they're like limited. Where back home in North Dakota, it's like we haven't seen the sun.
Yeah. Is it
or
just
touched 15 degrees.
is it just winter up there all the time?
In winter? It's winter. Yeah. Like and that's the thing too, is like interesting about being down here is just like, especially with my birthday being on New Year's Eve and like just the party and stuff, like you wake up the next day and it's just gloomy out and cold and you're like, fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
I look outside, I see sunshine and palm trees and the mountain ranges in the distance, and it's just like, it's refreshing.
Is that why you moved out here, just for a change of scenery? I think you told me this before. Right?
Yeah, I had like warm weather was one reason. I lived in Phoenix in the past, so kind of familiar with the area. I do have some solidified like friends down here, so like a little bit to like get in. But I'm a very outgoing, personable. I have no problem meeting new people, as you figured out. And then there's a direct flight from Mesa Gateway Airport to Bismarck.
Oh, nice.
Where I'm from, so like. I'm a big regional airport.
Yeah.
Guy.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see that. Did not even know that Mesa had one.
Yeah, they do. It's very affordable and it's a straight shot. So
love that.
It's Allegiant, so you're going to be crammed in there. I mean, you're a pretty tall guy.
Allegiant.
Yeah.
Is that that's the company,
the airline.
The airline. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I think actually they recently like Spirit, and once again, do not quote me. Spirit and Allegiant like merged, and they're like going to be called something
just one
now.
Shitty airline.
I
just
don't
one
know,
stinky,
man.
smelly airline.
Yeah, it's their teeny seats. You're just in a tin can. But I'm an easy traveler because I usually like go solo. I'll throw everything in a backpack and we'll call it even. But yeah, so all those reasons: warm weather, bigger market.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, like being from Bismarck and like starting comedy there. Like it's cool. I appreciate like how awesome like people think it is, and it's like, that's fine, we're gonna run with it. But then they're like, you should move to Austin, Texas for comedy. It's like, wait, so let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. Bismarck, bottom of the comedy scene.
Sure.
Austin, arguably, top 3 at least, top 5.
Yeah.
So you want me to go from Bismarck to Austin?
Right there. Yeah.
That's the pre-A farm league.
Exactly.
The majors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
just skip the whole system.
Yeah. So I thought Phoenix would be like a nice, I don't think of it as like necessarily a comedy hub, but it's a major city. Like Phoenix is, if you look at population size, it's like top 5 or 10 in the country. So it's like, there's more opportunity out here.
Oh, for sure.
For all those reasons, Chandler is home now.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I was very pleased with it too. I did zero research on anything about this place.
Same.
I just knew it was hot all the time. And I knew, because I moved down here when I was single, and I knew that my dad was ecstatic that I was moving out here, because he's like, dude, you're gonna love it. Because I work in like service industry, I work at bars, and there are just absolutely beautiful women there are beautiful people in Scottsdale in general, just everywhere. And it was very fun.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Well, my short answer, because I get that question a lot and I'm okay with it, but instead of like giving that thorough explanation, my short answer is warm weather and hot women.
There you go.
Why I moved here.
That's it.
And then I say that to people, they're like, oh, you know what? You're onto something. It's
like,
am I the first person who discovered that Arizona has warm weather and hot women? Like, hello.
Exactly, dude. Me and my buddies were talking about it yesterday. And we were just like, it almost is frustrating. It's almost like there's too many good looking people here. This is weird. We need to go somewhere where it's like a normal place, because just walking around, especially like near Barstool in that kind of area, not my first rodeo is where I work, which is like the new Hoppin' like country bar. That place is criminal. That place is packed from Monday to Sunday with nothing but absolutely beautiful women.
What was this?
Yeah. Not my first rodeo, off the 2nd and McDowell.
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
I definitely noticed that about Scottsdale, where it's like, I feel like Chandler's like still like a little bit more laid back. I feel like in the Scottsdale area, you definitely get into like I don't want to say snobby, but I'm going to.
All right,
Like,
well, that fits.
yeah, just like there's, and I also heard a funny expression where there's a bunch of like $50,000 millionaires, you know, where they like act
Exactly.
like they're a millionaire. It's like,
100%.
and that's what I always stay true to myself. It's like, we're going to be authentic. You
Yeah.
see Jordan, you see what you get. If you don't like it, that's okay.
Uh-huh.
But that's what you get.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I'm not going to act like, you know, I got more money than I do. If anything, I'm going to tell you that I might need a little help. with
Yeah,
this bill.
we're gonna go to the bar, and the bar tab, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah,
I'm gonna act like
exactly.
I
Yeah.
like have all the money in
Yeah.
the world. It's like round of shots on
Right,
me.
exactly. You're going to meet me at the bar, and I'm going to stop at a Circle K and grab 2 tall boys and shotgun those before I go in.
Yeah, I'm smuggling little nippers or shooters or whatever you guys call them
Oh,
down
yeah.
here into the bar,
Yeah.
just so I don't have to pay the
100%,
tab.
man. I got that actually from my mom. Like, my mom is a humongous flask person.
Oh wow.
Like, just every single Christmas, I get a new flask. It's just like, it's just in my stocking. I'm like, Mom, I was telling you that I'm trying to be better at this. And she's like, yeah, I know, but let's just go the cheap route because I know you're going to hop back into it.
yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, that's pretty sad thing for my mom, but you know, that's all right. But yeah, that's the way that we've always kind of gone about it. Like, she loves to be like sneaky. You know, like, she like loves a good deal, big thrifter.
Mhm.
Just loves that shit. And so she'll be like, yeah, you know, we went to the bars and we had all this stuff, and my girl spent $50 on wine. I brought my own bottle,
Nice.
snuck it in there into my purse. I'm like, dude, you're kind of a badass.
It's kind of fun, like purposely breaking the law.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's a thrill into it.
exactly.
Like, I might get caught, but there's probably just gonna be like a slap on the wrist, but
Right.
it's still gonna be
Yeah,
fun
it's
anyway.
Still fun. Yeah, it's still fun. These little minor things that you think
Yeah.
about. It's like, ooh, I'm living on the edge now.
Yeah, I'm a rebel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm a rebel because I snuck some Boone's Farm in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
bar.
right. The whole time the bartender sees you, and it's like
Yeah.
he just doesn't care.
Just had a stomach ache the
Yeah.
whole time.
Exactly. I'm an outlaw, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, dude, I'm excited that you came on the show. I'm excited to be here in Arizona, and I think we had a wonderful conversation today.
Oh, yeah.
Time really flew by.
I know. How long was that?
I have no idea. I can't really see. Once again, it's self-produced, so
Yeah,
probably top left. I can't really see that far.
hour 30.
I have perfect vision, but
That
I
is crazy.
cannot.
Are you
read
sure
that.
about that?
My vision?
Yeah, dude, perfect vision. Because I'm pretty sure mine's sketchy. Now, granted, I got another 2 feet on you, but you just see, you're like opening them wider to see if that's going to help. 132. Yeah.
I imagine about an hour and a half, but I think that's a good spot to end there. And I'm excited to be here in Arizona and continue navigating the comedy scene. And hopefully
Absolutely.
we got some good projects coming up that we can share with everybody who listens. So yeah, this is the first show of the No Brains, No Headache interview series that I'll be doing hopefully weekly with
Yeah.
a new guest every time in that chair. And hey, you're always welcome back on the show. So dude, I seriously appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. It was an honor to start this bad boy off, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the best when you have somebody that you don't know too well,
Sure.
because then now I know
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Now I know how to blackmail you.
There you go.
Which is-
Exactly. That's it, man.
which is
Blackmail
huge.
me or my brother. That's-
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I'll do a lot for you, but yeah.
I'm just gonna show up to the Giants spring training facility, be like, yeah, I'm with the Harris
Yeah.
party.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
who the hell are you?
Right. Yeah. They're going to just ask you, be like, do you have a flask? Okay. Yeah. You're one
Yeah.
of them.
Okay, you do have the flask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Just Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Just toss.
Exactly.
That mild sauce
Right.
on your dish? Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is actually. But no, man, I appreciate you coming on. So that was our
Awesome.
first episode of No Brains, No Headache. Thank you all for listening.
No brains, no headache. Living fast on a